Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Valerie Dison, and yeah, so this is a first time of making shrimp scampi for me, and I'm also going to be doing like a second attempt of food prep with this shrimp scampi. So yeah, I will be showing a little clip now of how to make it. Okay, so what I did is made enough for the whole month, so you don't have to do this, but I made basically 4 times the amount I needed. That way I could freeze a bunch and basically pre-prep my food. So these amounts is not realistic for just a one-time thing. This is basically me food prepping ahead of time. But the ingredients you're going to need is 8 tablespoons of butter, 4 pounds of frozen shrimp, 16 cloves of minced garlic, 1 to 2 teaspoons of red pepper flakes, 2 teaspoons of paprika, 8 cups of low-carb pasta uncooked, 4 cups of water or chicken broth. In my case, I use chicken broth. And then 2 cups of half and half, 2 cups of Parmesan cheese, which I added a little bit more at the end. Then salt to taste and pepper to taste. And that's all the ingredients you're going to need. But to make this, I kind of did basically an inspiration from the Pinterest recipe I have linked in my description box, plus also a YouTube video I watched, also linked in the description box. But more or less the instructions for the Pinterest one, it says melt the butter in the instant pot or saucepan, which I used this big, like just regular pan. As you see here, just because I am using 4 times the amount that it's actually calling for on that recipe. And then I add in garlic and red pepper flakes and cook until the garlic is slightly browned, maybe 1 or 2 minutes, which it took a tad bit longer, probably just because of the amount I had in it. Add the paprika and then the frozen shrimp, salt, pepper, and noodles, which I did not cook the noodles with this just because mainly I thought that was kind of weird, having frozen shrimp and noodles in the same pot cooking together. But I didn't have room anyways because of the amount I was using. So I already had boiled water or water boiling when I was doing these steps, and then I put the shrimp in there just by themselves, and I cooked the pasta by itself. Then it says to pour in broth. If using broth, don't add salt above. Cook under pressure for 2 minutes and use quick release, which I wasn't sure what that really meant, but basically I just cooked the shrimp until it had an internal temperature of 145 or higher, which mine hit 151, and I knew that was done good enough. Then it says turn the pot to saute and add in half and half and cheese and stir until melted, which I pretty much did that. And then I just put it in this big foil pan, I guess you call it. And then I let it cool off for like 10 minutes just out in the open. And then I put it in my deep freeze overnight. And then I cut it up in 4s. Left 1/4 of it out for me and my husband to eat whenever we want, but I'm keeping it in the fridge just because I feel like it's easy to break up, in my opinion, since it has so much such a creamy texture to it. It doesn't get as like hard as a brick as you would think in most frozen foods, so it was easy to break up in single servings, just off and on. All you have to do is basically crumble it and then put it in your bowl. And it took about 5 minutes in the microwave. What I did is put 2.5, and then I stirred it, and then I put 2.5 more minutes, and then it was ready to go. And now I'm going to show you me after I did all of that. Alright, I'm back. I hope you enjoyed that. Now I'm going to try it in front of you for the first time. So I froze what you saw me cook, and now it is the next day. And I cut it in 4s and put it in like gallon Ziploc bags. That way I could have it like throughout the month. You know, I could take 1 bag out a week for the next month. And yeah, so let's taste it. All right, that's what it looks like. Tastes really, really, really good. Really good. Like, I'm trying to think of what I could add to it to make it even better. Let's see. More Parmesan cheese, I guess. More of the real kind of Parmesan cheese. Not the kind I had, but actually fresh Parmesan. That way, yeah. Maybe. But it really actually tastes really good right now. I'm glad I did this, and I'm glad I made enough for a month now. Yeah, I'm really happy with myself. So you might be seeing more of these like food prep / cooking videos from me. I do plan on doing like at least 1 meal a week for like a month, you know, make enough for a month. And just like cut it in 4s and, you know, save it in the freezer. Yeah, if you have any suggestions of like a better recipe for shrimp scampi, which I don't think I would take the recommendation just because this one's really good, you can leave them down below. Or if you have, I would appreciate if you know how to food prep, little hints and tips of how to do food prep. Leave them in the comments below, because like I said, this is my 2nd attempt and I know I'm not good at it right now. So, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you buddies next time. Bye.